It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know. That's icydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on the World Wide Web and all mobile devices. Be on the lookout for my 2 TV series, Playing Dirty and Groupie. Should be on television, on streaming service, Tubi, by January. So make sure you look out for that. Now, we're going to start this off. We got a lot of things to talk about. Before we do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So, as we all know, P. Diddy has been one of the main advocates for Kanye West, co-signing Kanye West's BS and his way of acting, and kind of chalking it up to Kanye is a free thinker, and this is the way Kanye thinks, and a lot of times he just misunderstood, and yah. So Diddy was going to go into business, a type of a fashion thing with Kanye, and they were going to call it Sean Donda. Remember Diddy's was Sean John, and then of course, Kanye's mother name is Donda, and he's branding a lot of his stuff Donda. So he's going to make the Sean Donda clothing line. But then Kanye came out with the White Lives Matter t-shirt, and that kind of put a halt on Diddy. Like Diddy, got, I think, publicly pressed into coming out making that statement after he went on the Breakfast Club and was kind of co-signing. Not co-signing the White Lives Matter, but kind of like, it's Kanye and this, that, and the third. So Kanye went and released some of the text message. Diddy has said, as soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me an address. Kanye said, N-word, F you, you feds. So he basically told Diddy to kick rocks. All right, because he didn't like Diddy coming out saying he don't rock with White Lives Matter t-shirt. So from what I heard, I spoke to some people, from what I heard, Diddy called up Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z, sources tell me, warned Diddy ahead of time not to mess with Kanye. See, but and Kanye knows this, right? But you see, Kanye is not going to publicly come out and say anything about Jay. Right? He's not going to publicly come out and say anything about Jay-Z. So, Puffy decided to call up Jay-Z like, hey, man, get your man. Your man's tripping out. I'm not going to continue to take this. He's releasing text messages and he's telling me, F me. And Jay-Z was basically on some, you on your own, brother. Because I told you, don't mess with that guy. Here's what Jay-Z, according to a source, is holding on. This is issue with Kanye. Other than the whole rant about, they still haven't really forgiven him for that. The whole rant about, Beyonce, won't show up at the awards show, what. But the fact that Kanye West owed Jay-Z $20 million, Jay-Z gave, Jay-Z's Rock Nation or Live Nation gave Kanye $20 million for that tour. And he ended up cutting it short with his antics. So Jay-Z was in the hole for the $20 million. Kim Kardashian allegedly paid Jay-Z the money. But because Kim Kardashian paid Jay-Z, Jay-Z still holds Kanye West responsible for the fact that he personally never paid him that money. And, according to what the people I spoke to, Jay-Z's mentality, and this is not quoting Jay-Z, but this is the mentality. A man that depends on his wife to bail him out of situations. He basically was saying Beyonce got money too, but Beyonce ain't never bailed him out of no financial situation. And he figured he gave Kanye the $20 million. He didn't give Kim the $20 million. So Kanye, who at the time allegedly was in debt for $53 million, and allegedly that's why Kim struck the deal with the to do her game again after she said she didn't want to do Kim K Superstar game anymore, because Kim's K, the Kim K Superstar game was is blessed as kind of like she's gold digging and has no talent. It's like a game where it's just you go to parties and become a socialite and you climb up the ladder, or whatever. She didn't want to do that game again, but because the fact that she wanted to get Kanye out of debt, she went and did the game again. She got $45 million for it, gave it to Kanye. Kanye got out of debt. Right? So Jay-Z still is saying, she paid off the debt, but I'm always going to keep in my head that you weren't man enough to pay me that money. You refused to pay me that money that I gave you for the tour. So he told Diddy not to do business with Kanye. He said that Kanye is too unpredictable. 1 minute he's for blacks, the next minute he's against blacks, white. So he told Puffy not to do business with him, but Puffy did it anyway, got into bed with him, and now he's calling Jay for help, and Jay's like, nah, my G, you on your own. So that's the whole thing going on with Kanye and P. Diddy. Whose side are you on? I'm rocking with Diddy on this because Kanye is a lunatic to me. So I'm rocking with Diddy. Moving on to Tory Lanez and Iggy Azalea. So the two sparked dating rumors even further this weekend with the gift that was sent to him. The champagne looks like it was sent to him from Iggy Azalea. He put out the heart emojis. He said, we're celebrating, what have you. Put the heart emoji out at New Classic. That's Iggy Azalea's name online. And it seems as though now as he will be executive producing Iggy Azalea's next project. He said, my first urban project is going to be, I'll be executive producing Iggy Azalea's next album. So a lot of people was giving him backlash, saying, what about Melly? You're going to executive producing Iggy Azalea. What about Melly? And then some people were giving Iggy backlash, saying, how could you let Tory Lanez executive produce your project when he shot Megan and this, that, and the third. So, of course, Iggy Azalea responded back with y'all don't pay my bills type of response. But my simple response for that is this. Tory has not yet been found guilty. So, if someone wants to work with Tory Lanez based on the fact that he hadn't been found guilty yet, then that I don't have any issue with that. I would have more of an issue with Tory continues to get himself into issues, not just Megan, but there's been other issues. So, but as far as, you shouldn't work with him because he shot Megan, well, that hasn't been proven yet. They're in court for that. If it comes back that Tory shot Megan, then I can see if people work with him after that, then I can see people getting upset. But right now, you can't really get that upset because that's still, they're in court for that still. So, and as far as Tory Lanez goes, they're saying, what about Melly or whatever her name is, or Mecca, or I don't know. I don't know these people, but Tory is executive producing Iggy Azalea because obviously he's involved with her. So, if that's his girl, allegedly, he's going to put her project over Melly or Mickey or whatever her name is, regardless of whether this girl was holding Tory down from before or whatever. He ain't holding her down now. So that's all we have on that, on Tory Lanez and Iggy Azalea. What do you think of them as a couple? Do you have an issue? Do any black women have an issue with Iggy Azalea being white? Y'all seem to have an issue with all the black men dating outside of their race. Anybody have an issue with Tory Lanez dating Iggy Azalea? It's your boy Evan Hollywood for the IE Network.